come. Let Trump come with his America, and with you people, you all die. This lunatic. He wants to annex Canada. He wants Iceland. He wants to kill the president of Venezuela. He wants to kill the supreme leader of Iran. He wants to finish up Yemen. This sick lunatic. And that's why when they talk about America is a sick country, a country of mad people, insane people. And that's why they can elect a mad, insane idiot.
Hello, everyone. We are still on this issue. Asari Dokubo, threatened the United States of America. You just watched that video there where he said if they dare to come, they will stand. So people are now asking, okay, oh yeah, Asari Dokubo, now that there have been airstrikes from the United States, what are you going to do about it? And I saw Oseni Rufai also, and they say, okay, Assari threatened reprisal against America. Are we going to see that reprisal now? Kasmi say, I beg, make una leave Assari. He's protecting his business. And of course, someone showed him holding somehow an old-fashioned looking kind of gun, usual that he will threaten the rest of us and tell us that if we do this will happen, and stuff like that. But on a more serious note, this is what you get in a state that empowers people that shouldn't be empowered. We found out repeatedly that Nigeria forever rewards people who carry arms against it. When you stand without carrying arms, you protest within the ambit of the law. You're doing the right thing. You're being lawful. You're working within the banners of the Constitution and all of that. You then become disadvantaged by those who carry arms against the state. Somehow, the state sort of like rewards them, begs them, and they get this full sense of entitlement. We've seen Asari Dokubo, a lot of times go on this whole thing, but we're waiting to see. And what is actually funny is that when they talk about this war, it seems some people think that, the American soldiers are going to come in here and say, okay, come, let's draw. You know how they used to fight in those ancient times, right? Where they will draw a line like this, then you be on this side. Some will say, Kushu, then they wait. The other one will not do Kushu. After they even started using guns, then some will fall down. And I was like, how dumb was that? It's something when I watch or read about those old wars that they used to do. How are you just standing there and you shooting each other then while the other ones are loading? The other one, then some will now kneel down. When some fall, some will take over. Like, that was such a dumb way of fighting this. That's not the way wars are being fought now. Wars can be fought without anybody coming into anybody's country. Wars can be fought without anybody coming into anybody's continent itself. And there are so many, ranges, many weapons that are being used, so people don't need to come there. And that also reminds me of there was also another gentleman. I'll try and see if I can find the video and actually put that video for you at the end, where he was threatening Americans with mosquitoes and saying that they're going to use mosquito to fight this war and all of that. Yes, mosquito might have helped us, in the 18th century and probably 19th century and maybe early 20th century, where there was no cure for malaria. And so because of that, it affected a lot of Caucasians. And that's the reason why you see more of them in the East Africa. That's where they don't have the mosquito, malaria, the weather is better. They stayed more there and they left there. But hey, this is not the time that, they are coming in. And this also shows how sad it is that where we are, we have not been able to grow ourselves. We've not been able to evolve, to develop to where we're supposed to be. And then the kind of mentality and thinking that we're having is that more of the 19th and 20th, century. Somebody also said, he said that would be fun. What I have noticed about this man, according to Ade Mister, is he like to jump on threads so that Nigerians will remember he's still there. Please, who has heard from FFK on the matter? I thought he was running his mouth the other day. Well, FFK right now, I think is an ambassador. They've been nominated and confirmed by the Senate. So he's no longer in a position to be able to open his mouth and just talk wow. Definitely as an ambassador, there are certain things he can wade in or he cannot wade in. And by the way, that ambassadorial list that looks more like a crime list, has it been have they been designated to their different places that they're supposed to be in? I don't think that has happened. Probably would have heard that news. Asari no fit cough. I say it one more time. And well, Anelachi John says, LOL, the same phone is made in USA and internet he's using is connected to USA GPRS and he's speaking. This one is called with just even be fun if Trump think of him. That's White Magazine saying that waiting that one I'm not going to read that one because it's too the words are too abusive to say. This guy always talk gibberish. He does this for paycheck. Someone's father and husband disgracing himself. That's the guru. Say that the Ijo, I won't say the word they use. It's really a joke according. Asari is just a joker trying hard to be relevant. Let him first battle with Tombolo before we think of what he needs money seriously for payback. And that's the thing that people always say, there's this rivalry that people talk about that's always reported between him and Tompolo. And Tompolo has been the one that has really gotten that whole security contract to secure the pipelines and a lot. And it's really quite huge. And some of the things that some people feel that's what Asari Dokubo is trying to get at. But anyway, this is just starting. Like Lance Spearman said, was he thinking they will send troops on ground with rifles? God save him, it's not Mossad. Therefore, okay, no need of saying those other things. But I think in generality, a lot of people have this sense when they're talking that, the Americans are going to come in, face to face and everything. But on a very serious note, if Nigeria has fought this war and done the needful, we wouldn't be here. Even up till now, if Nigeria decides to have the political will, we will defeat the terrorists. I do not think that the terrorists have capacity more than Nigeria. But the issue is that there's no political will. And this whole insurgency has turned into, how do I put it now? Has turned into an entrepreneurship. It says a money-making machine. And so there are more people who don't want the insurgency to end because they are gaining from it. So from time to time, some of them, you see that connivance with the terrorists. You see situation whereby officers who are going after terrorists and killing them, all of a sudden they begin to disappear. They are being sabotaged. They are being killed. And many more of such things going on. That's the only reason. But at the stage that we are in now, anything that we need to be able to help deal with the terrorists is actually something that we all should welcome and welcome. I look for that collaboration with the international community, because the effect of this terrorism, it's wide. You've seen it in other countries. Mali is dealing with it. You're seeing Kenya having a bit of it, Somali there. Even some West Africa, you're seeing Niger, Chad, Cameroon. They're all dealing with it. And if you don't take time, because there's a link between Africa, between this all the way to around Libya and and getting to the other side, it's not going to end. If they drive them from those other sides, they're going to come and find refuge in Nigeria. And unfortunately for us in Nigeria, we have a lot of ungoverned spaces in Nigeria where nobody is there, government is not there, nothing is there. And also there is also the issue of minerals, and they can be stealing this thing and using it to fund themselves through illicit trading, whether it's gold trading or other minerals. The black market is there. So we need all the help we can to be able to get this. But anyway, let's see what the response from Asari Dokubo will be. Thank you so much for watching.